Very funny. Jared Schwartz. Give it up for Jared Schwartz. More energy for Jared.
What up? How we feeling? Oh yeah, great. I recently got a haircut. I shaved off all my hair. I had like really long hair before this. I trimmed it up a lot. And I told everybody I was getting a haircut before I did it. And they were like, oh, did you get permission from your girlfriend? Is that all right with your girlfriend? Did you make sure it was cool with your girlfriend? And it's like, why does that matter? I made her up. So you guys don't think I get a girlfriend? Fuck you. Contrary to popular belief, I do have sex with girls, but I am trying to work my way up to women. One time, this girl I was seeing, I brought over to meet my family for the first time, and my little cousin meets her, and she goes, what's a girl like you doing with Jared? And I thought that was fucked up, you know what I mean? Because I feel like I'm a catch. Honestly, your silence, biggest compliment I could ever receive. I appreciate that. But then my dad chimes in, and he goes, what do you mean? Jared's dated way hotter. I was like, that's my boy right there. So that's why her and I broke up. That girl and I did break up, and after that breakup, I realized the toughest part about going through a breakup is not being able to go to the same place that you guys used to frequent together. And it's like, I'm not going to stop going to her apartment. That was my favorite place. It had everything I wanted there. She had a cat. 2 pussies. But after the breakup, I started working on myself a lot. I really wanted to work on my lisp. I had a really thick lisp. I still do. And but what I did was I went into private speech therapy. And so what we do was like she would say a word and then I would repeat the word. So she was like house. I was like house. She's like no house. I was like house. She's like no house. I was like house. She's like no house. I was like what's the fucking difference? She goes mine's a little bit more crisp. I was like oh crisp. She's like no crisp. So I was like, that's pretty funny. I'm going to go write that down. So next time I tell that joke, it might be a little bit better. It might be a little bit more crisp. Thank you very much. That's a perfect joke. I have moved on, though. I have a new girlfriend now, and this girlfriend's great. She has everything you want in a partner. She's smart, funny, pretty. The only thing she doesn't have is feelings for me. She actually said she'd only come to tonight's show if I told a joke about her. And she had come, so fuck that bitch. No, I'm joking. I love this girl, man. I really do love this girl. She lives in a 1-bedroom in-unit washer-dryer. I love this girl. One day I showed up to her apartment wearing like 7 layers, and she's like, Jared, what's wrong? I'm like, nothing. It's just really cold out. She was like, it's 80 degrees. I'm like, all right, let me take everything off and throw it in the wash. But I'm glad to be dating, I'm glad to have a girlfriend, because I don't know if you guys know, but they say New York City is the worst place to be dating, and I'll be honest, I went on a first date, and this girl told me she doesn't kiss on a first date. I thought that was a crazy thing to say while we were fucking. I'm not the best at talking to women, but I'm not the worst, you know what I mean? Like, I remember when I used to go out and like try and break the ice with women, I would have one line and it'd be for one specific woman. It would be for a woman who was wearing hoop earrings, and I'd ask them if they know what they say about hoop earrings. And for those of you who don't know what they say, it's bigger the hoop, bigger the hoe. And so I'd go up to women unsolicited and ask them this question. And I get a couple different types of responses. The first response, they wouldn't be that happy about it. I'd go up to them and be like, hey, do you know what they say about hoop earrings? She'd be like, what do they say? And then I'd be like, come on. You know what they say. She's like, yeah, bigger the hoop, bigger the hoe. And I'd be like, no, it's bigger the hoop, bigger the heart. All right, might have worked on a few of you. But then there was the other kind, the fun, flirty kind, the one who like understood. And I'd go up to her, I'd be like, hey, you know what they say about hoop earrings? She'd be like, yeah, bigger the hoop, bigger the hoe. And then I'd be like, no, it's bigger the hoop, bigger the heart. And then she'd be like, you're gay. So that's why I stopped doing that one. I'm glad to be in a relationship. I do think I'm an annoying person though, because all my friends tell me that. They tell me I'm annoying because I ask too many questions. They also tell me I'm annoying because I have a mommy told me I can play with you guys face. I don't like that joke working anyway. But they tell me I'm annoying because I ask too many questions, right? Like I ran into a friend a while back and I was like, yo, what's up, man? How you doing? He's like, I'm good. I was like, oh, dope. Like, how's the family doing? What are they up to? He's like, they're good. I'm like, oh, nice. Like, what are you doing for us? Where you come from? What were you up to? He's like, dude, you just asked the same question 3 different ways. I'm like, all right. What's up, though? What are you doing? He's like, I was at work. I'm like, oh, nice. Like, what are you doing for work now? How's that going? He's like, I'm working in tech. It's good. I was like, oh, sweet. Like, how'd you get a job? How'd you get that job? Do you have to get a degree for that job? He's like, dude, how many fucking questions do you have? He got very upset with me because then after that, he decided to threaten me. He's like, you know what we do to people like you where I'm from? So I was like, where you from? And then he slapped the shit out of me. And I was like, why'd you do that? Hey guys, I've been Elliot Schwartz. Thank you so much for chilling. Keep it going for your host and have a great night.
Keep it going, everybody, for Jared Schwartz. Yeah.